Hawthorne. Good day, how are you do?
Good day, how do you do?
Good day, sir. Don't mind that. Not real. I'm an Edgar Allan Poe fan. I'm sure you're here to see Elizabeth by... Sophia's in the room. Sophia! Why don't you come out here and meet Mr. Hawthorne?
If he's come here once, he will most likely come again.
Ah, she's a fun one.
Yes. Let's call the person you're here for now. Elizabeth! Mr. Hawthorne is here for you! Finish this. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's Mr. Hawthorne again. Mr. Hawthorne, I was not expecting you.
I know, I'm here to talk about Sophia.
Sophia?
Sophia!
Not a lot of people come here to see Sophia. Sophia! Someone's here for you!
Oh, who could it be? Oh, Mr. Hawthorne, I think you have the wrong sister. Elizabeth is not here at the moment.
No, I'm here for you, actually. I was gonna ask you for permission, sir, to take your daughter out.
I never go out in the evening, Mr. Hawthorne. Come back and try again tomorrow.
Yes, and she's very ill.
So, the year is 1838. The reason for all of this is because of this time period. He left her sister to come and get her. But the catch is, he did not ask Sophia specifically. He had asked her dad's permission. The year is now 1838. And Nathaniel and Sophia met a year today at her house that one day. And now they have been dating in secret for a year. They were in love and wanted to be together. But with Sophia being ill and Nathaniel not having a steady income, there was no way for them to be together.
My darling dove, I love you.
Nathaniel, I wish I could really be with you.
No, but your family thinks I'm still with Elizabeth.
Nathaniel, you and Elizabeth can never be together.
I'm not in love with your sister, I'm in love with you, and I'll prove it. Sophia, will you marry me?
Yes, Nathaniel.
My dearest Sophia, I had a pairing glimpse of you Monday forenoon at your window, and the image abides by me. I was so intent on seeing that I forgot all about the desirableness of being myself seen. Perhaps all you do see me, at least you knew I was there.
Oh, how sweet. He really likes me. I really love this man. So, for the 1800s, this is like really romantic. He wrote letters to her, expressed his love for her, just telling her that, he went to go see her. But in nowadays, this can be taken as kind of creepy and a little stalkerish.
My dear Sophia, I have to prove to myself to be a good man and a good husband. I have to go to Boston to work at the Boston Custom House. I'm going to work on writing.
You are a man to me and you always will be. You've always supported me in my dreams.
I cannot have you supporting both of us with your painting and writing. I'm doing this for both of us. We will write all the time. I have to prove to your father I can provide and be a good husband.
I will miss you.
I will miss you too, my dove.
He was leaving her, right? Well, for this time, he needed to be a suitable man for Sophia. To do that, he needed to go to Boston and not keep taking money from his uncle. He needed to branch off and make a name for himself. So he went to Boston, while Sophia stayed behind in Salem. Now, her family was not all for her being with Nathaniel because Sophia was a delicate and she was ill. But he did write her all the time when he was gone.
My own dove, I have been sitting by my fireside ever since tea time, till now past 8 o'clock, and have been musing and dreaming about the thousands of things with every one of which I do believe some mere rumor thought of you was intermingled. I should have begun this letter earlier in the evening, but was afraid that some intrusive idler would thrust himself between us, and so the sacredness of my letter would be partly lost, for I feel our letters are sacred.
Throughout the letters, he calls her his dove. Dove symbolizes motherhood and pureness, but they are also looked at as very delicate, which would make sense because she was ill, but also because she is a woman, and a woman were looked at as delicate figures during this time. Throughout the years that Nathaniel was gone, he would return to Salem some of the time to see his own family.
I thought it not be best to go to your house last evening, so that I have not seen Elizabeth, but we shall probably attend the hurly-burly tonight. Would that my dove be there? It seems really monstrous that here, in our own home, what was her home, till she found another in my arms, she should no longer be. Oh, my dearest, I yearn for you. My darling Sophia, I need to be there with you.
So it was pretty much courting. Mr. Hawthorne was to be courting Elizabeth, though. And the love he had, though, was much stronger for Sophia.
Oh, Sophia, my sweet sister. Is she ill?
Oh, darling sister, I am feeling fine. I'm just a little lonely.
Maybe me or father could find you someone nice.
That was the false punctuation.
Are you going to see your wife anytime soon?
I hope so. I hope to marry her someday. I hope her family can approve it and it will no longer be a secret.
Her family does not know you guys are engaged? Oh dear boy, I wonder what her father will think.
That I'm courting her sister and not her. Her family will never approve because of her illness. I have to prove myself that I could be a man and support her.
So, to be masculine in the 1800s, Senator Henry Clay in 1832 declared that the United States was a nation of self-made man. But it's something that can be undone according to Michael Kimmel. That is the reason that men have to continue to prove themselves as masculine.
July 24th, 1839. He was married to my soul. Oh, my dearest, how I thought thrills me. We are married. I felt long ago, and sometimes when I was seeking for some fondest word, it has been on my lips to call you wife.
Married. His wife? How I would love to be his wife. He always supports my dreams in drawing and writing. Now, there are many letters exchanged for the rest of the year. Most of them he calls her his wife or wifey. I guess they keep the term long before we even started saying it. He does also, though, make it very clear in all his letters that she is his and he's very possessive of her in these letters. December 31st. I send you some aliments, wherewith to kindle the taper. There are very few, but my second finger could no longer perform extra duty. These were served until the wounded one be healed. However, how beautiful it is to provide even the slightest convenience for you. Dearest, I cannot tell you how much I love you. In this backhanded style, my love is not in this attitude. It rather bends forward to meet you.
January 1st. I've been kissing with great affection. Would I might kiss that some poor dear finger of mine, for the sake, sweetest dove, until the naughty Sophia Hawthorne to kiss it too.
Now, at some point in the year of 1840, the engagement of Sophia and Nathaniel finally came out, and they could finally have a real wedding and a real engagement. Her health was not always the best, but he always wanted to take care of her.
I will be gone until next year. Then I will be back, and now I can support you and give you the life you deserve.
Will we finally be able to marry? When we marry, can we write stories together?
Dove, when we marry and I am publishing books, you will no longer have to do those silly things. We will be a good mother and wife.
Nathaniel, I love doing
Talk
it.
about this later. I need to get back to Boston.
This is not what most women want, but gender was something that played a part. Masculinity meant that them taking care of one's wife. He did not want his wife to be working. He wanted her to cook and clean, which comes from the social constructionism, meaning that the society and culture they live in is what they believe in how life should work.
Does my dove still love me? Thy sister sent me a letter saying we should not marry for another week. I am in my head, and thou should not rest until I know my dove is all right. Is she ill? Does she love me?
So, as some of you may see today, he's getting in his own head. He's starting to overthink before he even knows what's actually happening. The letter from June 30th, 1841 really expresses his fear that they were not going to get married, that he was going to lose her. His masculinity, and the picture of his masculinity, was slowly slipping. He will lose the image of the man that he really was, when in reality,
Oh, sister darling Sophia. Nathaniel needs to see you. He needs to know you still love him. Even if you are ill, he needs to know.
He will see me in a week. Go and tell him that when we marry.
Who goes there?
I'm here to see Sophia.
Sophia will see you in a week when you guys get married.
In July of 1842, they were married and they moved to Boston together, where they became parents of 3 children. He would write the Scarlet Letter and become a well-known author and provide for his family, while Sophia, she didn't write or draw like she used to, because he did not want her to and he wanted her to focus on the kids in the house.
Sophia, I heard the wedding was here. So where is everyone? Go, damn it, am I late?